Hello humans and welcome to today's video. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, but we are doing a DIY on the wall where we have got these pine planks that we have burned using, it's like a blowtorch thing. And
once upon a time, there was a girl who never stopped wondering. She found magic in creativity, nature, and learning. She discovered beauty in the everyday, because every day is a chance to create, explore, and grow. And every dream begins with a single page. Welcome to Glitter Bomb.
essentially we have first burnt them, then just, not shaved, what do you call that? Sanded, that's the word. We've sanded them down a little bit to just be a little bit of a faded burnt look. And now we're just going to literally stick them on the wall. We're going to have to cut a few. I'm using tile flicks and a little spatula tool. I'm just going to add some of this to the back of the planks and stick them straight onto the wall. I'm going to first check out all of my planks and then decide where to start, but I'll take you guys with me. Mural is so far from being done, but essentially I just wanted to get this done, or the planks part of it at least, because that way we can actually start getting this part done, which will form a shoe rack. So I still need to write my prayer and finish the actual mural, but I just really want to start getting these planks done so that it looks a bit nicer than what it's currently looking like. So yeah, once again, these are what my planks kind of look like now that we've burned and sanded them. And then this is what I am using, your towel flicks. Okay, so I am just gonna measure where I actually need to cut this plank. So because it's going to go to the plug, I will need two pieces, well actually this will be the piece that goes in here. So I'm just going to make my mark there, and then I'm going to actually flip it around and do the same with this side, but having it there so that I can actually use a ruler to connect this side to this side, and then I'll cut that piece off to fit in that gap. Okay, so I've just taken 4 of the planks and halved them approximately. So we're going to cut those in half because I want a staggered look. So essentially I'll have 1 full plank, 1 half plank, 1 full plank, and that way create a staggered look so that the end is quite seamless. And then we'll have a shelf at the top, but that is later's problem. Okay, so let's get started with placing our first plank on this side. I'm literally just going to use, I can't remember if I'm supposed to hammer these to the wall. I genuinely can't remember. We'll see how the first one goes, and then potentially, oh, how do I open this? Oh, okay, cool. We're just going to take some of this and putty it on to the plank, but we do want it to be quite thick. This is essentially going to be a glue, so you don't have to put it, oh, I'm not showing you guys because it's on face track. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm putting it firstly on the 2 end pieces. That is very important to me. And then I'm just going to also do a little dollop in the middle, and I don't want these to be spread out too flat. I genuinely want to have a good surface area. Let's put this on the wall. So as I've said, we're going to put it there, so be careful to not touch the glue stuff. And I'm just going to literally line this one up to my corner there. I'm doing this one-handed. Hold on, let me just put you guys. Also, me doing this level of a DIY project and recording for you guys, I really hope you appreciate it. Okay, so it is on there, and like I said, we can give it a good hammering down, I do see that it is not the flattest plank. So on the one side it is slightly lifting, whereas the other side is flat. But I have not done this week before. We had the amazing privilege. Oh, should I have taken this off? No, it's fine. We had the privilege of having someone do it for us, and we are so grateful for that. Unfortunately, that is not in the house that we're living anymore. Yeah, I'm waiting for the rest of the planks to be cut quicks. I like to start on this side and move to the left. Maybe I should start at the bottom row instead. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, we have got our half planks, so I'm gonna go in and do these as well. Once again, nice dollop. The reason I want to put these nice and thick is because if the plank is not super flat, you know what, I'm just going to do the edges because this stuff really sticks quite well. And I actually think I might not even do it that close to the edge next time. I think I might go a little bit more inward. But this is my half plank, so I'm just layering that on top of the other one against the wall and just making sure it is nice and flat. That's literally it. And then from there, now obviously I'm gonna need a longer plank here, which I can now actually measure out and get the distance of with the plug being over here. So what I would literally do, I need a pencil again. My pencil is missing. Let me go fetch another pencil real quick. Okay, so I have got a little safety thing in here, which is now making it a little bit raised. I want this to lie flat on this plank over here. And then I'm gonna go against my plug and just make a mark, making sure it is on the right side of it, so that I don't mess that up. And then, oh, I don't want to turn that because some of the paste came out there. You know what, I'm gonna, because I've got this mark and my ruler is pretty much level, like in terms of being a rectangle, a square rectangle, whatever. I'm just gonna level that to this edge, like this edge. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me lower you guys just a little bit. So I'm just going to keep my ruler level on this edge, go up to the point where I've made that dot and make my little line. And then I'm going to have this be cut real quick as well, so that I can put that plank in there. I realized that I would have to first do the bottom and then move towards the top. Otherwise it's not going to quite work as well. So I've got my half piece for this side. Once again, oh, I'm not even showing you guys. I'm really struggling with this camera. I've got my half piece. Let's just put another dollop, and I'm going to put it there and there, and I'm gonna do it like that so it's a little bit more centered. That way we don't need to use, well, not even use that much, doesn't really affect that. I'm thinking I'm putting too much on these. I could actually use less seemingly. And then, yeah, wow, okay, I can use much less seemingly. And then I'm just gonna go take that bit now. Oh. No, she's messing up. She's messing up. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, I'm gonna basically try and save that a little bit and then pop that in there. And then I've got my longer plank over here. So let's put glue on this one as well, which I think we literally can do like a little speck, like a little. That would be great, because that would mean that I could use this for much longer. I'm going to do one in the middle and one on the right. Let's see if that was enough. Why is this? What's this? What is this? I'm confused. Anyway. Okay, and then we're going to... Oh, guys, the way I am doing Oh no. Oh no, clear. I chose a slightly longer short plank and it's seemingly a little bit too long. No. Oh no. I'm gonna force it in there. No, but that's not gonna work. Hold on. Reevaluate. Okay, I'm just gonna use a different short plank at the start for this one, and then we're going to put our glue, pop that in the corner, press it upwards, press it on, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more to this one that I've already glued, just because I've already pressed that glue into the wall. And then we're gonna go and pop that in place like so. And once again, you can give these a good tap to really make sure that they are stuck. And when you see the glue coming out at the top, you can just firstly scrape off your scraper and collect that and just spread it up. But it doesn't really matter because you're going to put a plank there in any way, so not going to make a difference at all. We're going to do a long plank, the other one maybe, I think, that one, yeah. And then we're going to put this one on top now so that we get that staggered look. So once again, just a dollop that side, a dollop this side, and a little bit down the middle. And we're just gonna go ahead and stick that on top. And if you feel like this plank, for instance, is seemingly a little bit curved, it seems to be fine. But if you feel like it needs a little bit more, just take it back off, take a little bit more, and just plop that on to counteract the curve in the plank. A little bit more is okay. And we're gonna once again press from the bottom, press up, press up. There we go. And making sure it is flat to the wall on the left-hand side in the corner. Then we're just gonna once again take that. I'm gonna use that short plank that we were gonna use and just put a little bit more glue back on here. And plop that into the corner. Press, press, press. And we're just gonna keep on doing that for the whole wall, measuring and everything until we reach the top. Okay, so this is where we are at the moment. We still have those last two pieces, and then I have made a little cover that we can just put over the plug that is removable. Now we need to do a shelf, so we're gonna go to Builders and see if we can find brackets to help us to actually do the shelf and to finish this wall today. Well, I mean the wooden part of the wall at least, and then I still have the whole mural to finish, but at least then we'd have this part be done. Okay, so we are back from Builders. We ended up getting these brackets as well as these ones. So these ones are to keep the planks together mostly, and then these ones will go into the wall and underneath like the planks. Right now I'm just using my staple gun to basically fix or whatever you want to call them. Like, hold on, let me show you guys. So I am literally just putting all of my planks together like so, and then making sure that it is straight and whatever, and then I'm just using my staple gun to just kind of keep them in place so that when I put in the brackets and everything, they don't go moving all about. So this is just helping me with that process. I don't want to do too many to the point where it gets in the way of my brackets and everything, but just putting them in place like that. Oh, that was very much not good. This is also my very first time using a staple gun, so yeah, it's definitely not professionally done. But yeah, we continue. Okay, so we have just realized that we need to actually take the top planks off because the bracket will have to go behind these planks. Once again, not showing you guys anything. So we're taking the top ones off and I'm just making a line as to where they're actually supposed to go, and then we're gonna put the brackets behind that. Okay, so now that I've got my line here, I'm literally just going to put my bracket, oh wait, it's gonna be this way. So I'm gonna have to put my bracket, and this will have to be above that, I believe. So then here I can now see where I'm gonna have to drill, and then I'll just mark where I need to drill and drill the holes and put in a wall plug and everything. Okay, so I have realized that I need to actually take this off, and I also need to actually do this. So I'm just doing it with whatever I'm taking off so that I can glue these, and just fill that gap a little bit. So this is where we are at with everything. We have just attached these brackets, and then now I'm taking this glue stuff and just literally making sure these things are fixed to the wall and gluing them so that they can't shift as planned. Like literally not going as planned at all, but we are trying. We're carrying on. We're doing our best. I wanted to show you guys a little life hack that I've just discovered. I don't know how I'm gonna place you guys. Let me try and put you guys down here, and then I will do such. So I've been struggling to actually get these little screws in manually because they are so tiny, and then when you literally try and put them in like this, and you know, like just drill it in or whatever, because gravity is such a beautiful phenomenon, they just skew and then they fall and whatever. So what I've been doing, I'm so clever, man. I've taken my scissors, just pinch them with my scissors like at the bottom, like with the head, whatever, and then I place it where it needs to go. And then, wait, hold on, I'm holding the scissors in such a weird way. How have I been holding them? Oh my goodness, now that I'm showing you guys, it's obviously going to not work how it's been working for me. But anyway, so I literally just pinch them with my scissors, and then I just literally, oh. Yo, you guys are doing something, because now it's not working. Like, obviously now that I'm showing you guys. Hold on, let me just readjust my grip and everything. Anyway, what have I been doing? Why is this now all of a sudden so difficult? Oh my goodness, stop. Okay, well, yo, girl. Hello. Okay, whatever. The point is it works. I am using a cheap drill bit and cheap screws, so it's not going as smoothly as it could be if I'm using proper equipment, but it's in. It's fine. We've got so many to do, so wish us luck, wish us luck, wish us luck, wish us luck. Also, the underneath of this is so ugly. We're not caring about that right now. We'll probably sand it down a bit or whatever. Right now, this isn't the least of our worries, because we need to get this thing to be stable so that all of my National Geographic books can fit on here and actually hold. And right now, it's not seeming like that's really going so well. So we've decided we're gonna actually take these planks and then wall plug them into the wall over the brackets, so that it like just adds extra support to the bracket. Because like, oh, I don't know guys, this is stressful.